So one thing I always do before I do my readings is I ask all the grandmothers and all the grandfathers, helpers, all the beings who work for Creator to come in and help me from all directions, you know, east, south, west, north. Nutugwategan, Kisemantu, Ugawiaski, the ground, the Gwenia. Hello, you know, Squirrel. How are you? I had a busy day. I wasn't even here all day. I was just out and about and having fun, moving, shaking. Sometimes my days are busy, reading after reading after reading, and then some days it's just chill days like today. Right? It was really good. But I'm back, and I watch energies. I study a bit of astrology. I study a bit of of course, our Nihio ways. And I talk to a lot of people all the time. I'm always on my phone, always talking to someone. If I'm not on my phone, I get back to them, and I'm always communicating because this life can't be lived alone. Okay? We do need each other to talk to, keep each other in line. I was telling one of my friends, I said, I had this friend. I said, I couldn't do anything wrong. This friend was just like, everything I did was so amazing and perfect. And we were talking about red flags, and that's a red flag when you have a friend who just thinks that you can't do no wrong, right? So we have friends that keep us in line, but we have friends that tell us where we're messing up. And one thing I'm really working on for myself right now is the way I swear a lot. And I know that swearing comes from a place where I'm going through life like this, like, you know, you want to F around? I'm not going to take it, but I'm starting to really come down and starting to be more vulnerable as a woman, and in my body, and in the body I've been blessed with, the voice I've been blessed with the gifts I've been blessed with, and the vulnerabilities I've been blessed with. So stuff that's happening right now with the energy shift, and this is something I didn't understand it until I read it, until someone explained it, because I love hearing new perspectives about everything that's going through, everything that's happening in the world and in the stars, and every culture, every belief system, even conditioning, even the Bible, you know, they all have a good explanation of things that are happening. So somebody out there is feeling really apprehensive. Who's that? You can ask me a question. You can ask, right? It's okay. I'm going to probably delete this live after. I only kept the other one on because my friend Anne wanted to see it. So I usually delete them after people ask their questions because it's, I'm not here to build clout. I'm not here to get famous. I'm not here to be that person that gets revered. Look at Carmen, how amazing she is, and what she does. This is a gift I didn't choose to have. I lost, you know, I kept it undercover for years because where I come from, you know, ACTC area, I'm not going to point no fingers to nobody, but there's always this patriarchy that's like, you women, you stay in your place, and it's down here. Us men, we're over here, right? And here's me, I'm like, man, you know. So I went out into the world and I found some answers, and I found out that, you know, I do have a gift. You know, I can talk to spirits. I can do so many things that people choose not to believe in. And I always use this phrase: you believe in chief and council, you can't believe that us women have gifts too. Okay, so I have people coming in and out of the reading. I only have 3 viewers now. What's up? You guys don't want to hear what I have to say? A lot of people don't want to look at themselves right now. They don't want to see their shadows. They don't want to be called out. You know, that's what they think. And that's probably the apprehension I feel with people. Shit, karma's going to call me out. Go stay in your shadow then. I was called out recently. My friend told me I put his daughter in danger. How do you think that made me feel? I felt like a piece of crap. I wanted to hide in a corner. I felt like a dirty little piece of crap that just didn't want to come out. Like, I put a 15-year-old, actually, well, you know, when you look at it from a different perspective, I actually didn't. I trusted my friend so much. I trusted my friend, thinking that he was going to protect me and nurture me and be there for me and be understanding and not judgmental. And he blocked me. And that brings me to tears, because that's why women shut down. So one thing that one of my buddies and I brought up today too is, well, if our traditional indigenous men are doing such a good job with upholding the ceremonies that we have, why are so many of our women going missing? That's something we need to sit with. That's why I speak my truth, how I do, you know. Because the message I do get, you know, they are, you know, I know they're from a good place. I know they're not when I'm, you know, messing around doing things I'm not supposed to do, right? That's why I ask all the grandmothers from all the directions, and Kisemantu, Bugawiasti, Nia. That's probably like 8 directions. Come in and help me when I'm in my readings. I don't just start reading people like that, because you never know what you're going to bring in, because people can be haunted too. Okay? Hello, Norma. So I don't know who to say hi to because people are coming and going. Only looks like I have, 4 viewers right now. Right? So, and you always have people who want, want to call me randomly and ask me questions, and they just want to suck me dry, suck my energy because I do have the answers. And they want, they want it for free all the time, and they start getting this entitlement. And then when I don't get it, they cut me out of their lives, and they start saying I'm this and I'm that. But the thing is, here's the cool thing. I'm built for it. I shake it off because I've been taught by some really amazing elders, and I always credit them for the way that I am in life. So what's happening with this energy shift right now is we are looking again at the shadows of ourselves, the stuff that we're really vulnerable with that we don't share with people. Recently I shared about my somebody called it a relapse. It's not a relapse. If it's a relapse, I'd still be stuck in it. I hate those freaking labels. You see what I did there? I didn't say the F word. We get stuck in these labels because we learn psychology, and that psychology is so limiting, and clinical studies and all these definitions, they put us down here, and then we want to fit in the box. I'm an alcoholic, I'm a nihio esquil, I'm a matriarch, I'm these, but we're not. We're just whoever we want to be at any given moment. We got to be flowy, and we got to be evolving all the time, right? This is something that I don't care for, is the labels, right? So we always look where we want to. We want to fit in a box, but we don't. We're meant to evolve, and we're meant to grow. Hello, Crystal. So these people who are coming on watching, are you guys leaving? There's only 5 people here. They're coming in. There's Bill LeBlanc, he left. There's Stacy, I don't know if she's still. Roberta Lee, Kyle, Carrie. Hi, Carrie. I don't know if you guys are still here. Norma Gambler, if you're still here. Hillary, Laurencia Tutusis. I don't know if you're still here. I do see you guys. Like, why do you guys even come on and then just leave? That's an annoying thing too. Like, and then you guys think you're gonna hide. Someone's gonna eventually find you and call you out. Because it happened to me. Ciao. I got some messages from grandmothers, grandfathers. Hello, Sikwan. Walia Harper. Hi, Walia. Messages from above, right? And like I said, I didn't ask for this gift, but they're telling me to tell people different things. And I feel like the message for the collective today is to genuinely, again, I think I spoke about this yesterday, genuinely, authentically be yourself. When I lived in Prince Albert, I remember I ran this rideshare page, and I had these friends who were in the RCMP who were kind of saying like, you shouldn't do that, you're training for corrections, but I did it anyways. I needed the money. I don't like working for people. I'm a real, and everybody knows me in Sandy Lake as the one that's always fighting people or getting mad or whatever. I think I've slowed down a bit on that, but that's going to be authentically me. I'm trying to slow down and trying to be kind and gentle, but it doesn't work because damned if I don't and damned if I do. I'm always going to get, because in the position I'm in, because of what I do for a living, it's, I got to hold myself in this high regard, right? But I can't because I still, I still fuck up. I still get really mad. I still run with an idea and I stop with it. But if you are, like me, yeah, where I speak the truth about myself. I always tell myself, like Eminem at the end of 8 Mile, drops that mic. Tell me about myself that I don't know, right? That's where I am, because my voice doesn't shake when I talk to people, because I already told you. And if I don't talk about it, someone's gonna go bitch about it on social media and tell everybody else how I am. So the more you release and more you talk about these things, and why we talk about it too. Let me backtrack here before I read this card. Medicine. We talk about bad medicine. What do people know about bad medicine? Right? Hello, Kara. What do people know about bad medicine? What is it? What's your ideas of bad medicine? Does anybody have anything to say about that? Because I do, and I know what I know, and it's been proven over and over for years. So, when we speak and we use our mouth to speak and pray and sing and talk about things and bring things, energy in a good way, that's medicine. When we gossip about people, we talk about people, we say this and that about them, that's also bad medicine, right? And so when we speak and we're sitting in ceremony and you see people sitting in there being very pretentious and look at me, I'm very sacred and ceremonial. and then they leave and they're out here popping the pills, and then they're going to bingo and judging themselves for it, and going to casino, and and they're feeling all crappy, and then they go to ceremony and they're like, okay, I'm gonna, it doesn't work like church where it's gonna wash away your sins and then you can go restart again. Your lips are still attached to you after you leave that ceremony. That's your medicine. The things that you're saying, that's your medicine. The things that you speak into existence, that's your medicine. And when you turn to face the things that you don't like about yourself, that you know you don't like about yourself, the part of you you're hiding from other people, and you can speak to that spirit and you can sit with it and respect it, that's medicine too. Because these spirits, they're really powerful. Spirits of addiction, spirits of betrayal, spirits of, I guess, incubus, succubus, gambling, sex, drugs, alcohol, addiction, betrayal. I always say addiction. Addiction to TV, addiction to food. You know what I mean? Look at those spirits. They're here for a reason. They're here to, we're supposed to work with them. And I'm repeating this message because people didn't seem to get it yesterday. People were calling me for readings right till 11 o'clock last night. I was beat. I was tired, but I was told, sit there, smudge and listen to these people. What's happening right now with a lot of us, people thinking that, oh my God, this is happening to me again, this crap and horrible thing. Like, it's not happening to you. It's not meant to put you in a corner and make you feel like, you're just this and you're crappy and you're no good. It's meant for you to move past it. What is it about this that I'm facing right now that I can learn from? What can I learn from this? Like this friend, like this man who told me, you put my daughter in danger, I'm going to block you, how dare you? What I learned from that was that he doesn't understand the work I do as a healer. I don't like using that term. I'm not a healer. I have a gift that I use in a good way, right? If I ever abused it, man, things would happen really badly in my life. Things are going good, so I know I must be doing something right. And when he blocked me from his point of view, that showed me too. Maybe he just didn't have to be in the part of a life that I'm going to now, right? We can let these people go in a good way. We can still send prayers for them. I can't stand when grown-ass women, especially my age, are writing statuses on Facebook about this and getting people on their sides. It's just ridiculous. That's bad medicine. Stop fucking around with that shit. God, that's so ridiculous. And I got to speak on it in a hard way too, because they're so sick of that. Why do you guys engage? Oh, you see this stuff, what's happening? Okay, I'm getting in there too. And you wonder why shit happens to you. Now your car broke down. Now you can't get it right. And then all of a sudden you lost your job. And now your cousin's drinking over here, broke into your house. Now your daughter's acting up. What are you engaging in? What are you looking at? Right? What are you listening to? Stop and think about that for a bit. I'm not giving anyone shit. This is what they're telling me. So I have to let go of some people in my life. Because I take care of myself in a good, in a fairly good way. I eat good, I got a good vehicle I'm working towards, right? So I've got a nice house, right? I was being overly dramatic because my sons left. My sons don't live with me anymore. But it wasn't bad. It's a good thing because I can't stand working with alcohol. I don't like alcohol spirit in my house. I have to look at it that way. Am I a bad parent because my sons are moving out on me? No. I'm a good parent because and my boundaries are up. I'm not dealing with alcohol. No, I have to live a ceremonial life here as I am. As I am. I don't have to be perfect to live a ceremonial life. As I am. I have spirits that attack me. And you guys don't even know the spirits that attack me every single day. I don't come on here and talk about it and cry and tell you all the things that I see with different people in all my readings. You should see some of the stuff I see. I wish I could tell you, but I can't. I think I'm keeping it classy by not talking about it. Shoddy. I haven't heard that word since the 70s sequence. I'm just kidding. So, what is it about yourself when you move all the crappy ideas that you're hiding, the real self that you say, but because there's some people who will literally go into a bubble and they won't tell anyone what's going on with them. When we release that and we're honest about it, when we talk to elders, when we talk to, we don't talk to our spouses. One thing I need to understand, our spouses are not our counselors. They're there to love us unconditionally, but they are not our counselors. We have trained people, we have people who work with spirit, we have people who are, designed to be that person. Look for those people. Get out of your shell and look. Instead of sitting on Facebook watching the gossip, get out there and go and help yourself. Here's Facebook, here's MySpace, here's Bebo, real old. But here's all the things that keep us prisoner, and we're in here. Again, this card keeps coming up. Why do I have all these problems? Well, take off your blindfold, take off your, untie yourself from your belief system and go see what's out there in the world. Go for a drive. Go to the mosque. Go to Russian tea room. Come see me. You know, go get out. Go feel different people's energies. Go feel, go feel good. We're not meant to be alone. We're sociable creatures, us humans, right? So let's go out there and experience things. So this energy, the way they say it in astrology is Chiron is in retrograde. So Chiron, again, makes us look at the stuff in ourselves we don't want to see. So I'll use an example. For myself, I've always judged myself harshly for leaving my kids, right? I left my kids with their, it is a long story. My kid's dad and I went through it years ago, and I ditched the kids with him, and I went out drinking and doing all this stuff. And there was a part of me inside that felt guilty, and I was enabling my children by staying at my place and helping them out, the way their dad did to appease them. And I realized that it was draining me, right? I was trying to have a savings account, and I realized it was draining me up here too because they were drinking. And I was trying to, it was almost like when my dad gave me his Visa card to appease me. It was, it wasn't what they needed. I need to set those boundaries and show that no matter if I made my mistakes in life, I'm not going to kiss your ass to make it up to you. You're going to go and learn how to be a man and let me learn how to be an old lady, right? Aw, thank you for watching my live. I'm really hoping, I'm trying to hear back from, waiting to hear back from Ali if I'm going to go do this moon ceremony next week. I want to go home. My buddy left me and I want to chase him. Such good people. This is about looking in your past and seeing where these things came from too, right? Where did these, are these trauma responses, or are these instinctual, right? The way we react to things. Like for myself, when someone says something to me like, oh, effing Carmen, and I just react, what? Right away, and I gotta come back. Okay, where's that coming from? It's coming from a place when I was young, I wasn't heard. See, I recognize that. So what am I gonna do? I'm gonna work on that. I'm gonna talk, I got a therapist I talk to every week. And I got an elder. Well, I got lots of elders, and I got lots of friends that I talk to, and I'm very open and honest and always vulnerable about my life, because that's just who I am. I like to be heard. I like to be heard. I need you to hear me, right? I appreciate that. And that's for me, looking at my past and seeing where that came from, forgiving my parents for, reacting the way they did, because that's all they knew, right? I know it's harder. It's hard. It's a lot of hard work. It's not just going to happen in a day. But we also have that tobacco that we can put down for an offering to bring those people into our lives, to be gentle with us, to show us, right? That's what we have. So that's what we use our medicine for, our mouth, right? Speaking good things into us, because right now we're getting rid of everything that doesn't match our frequency. So it'll come back. Another thing that's coming up too is we're scared. Oh my God, what if I admit to someone? What if I tell someone that, I slept with this man in 1986 and it was, and he was married and oh my God. You know what? If you do, again, make that offering for someone to come into your life and help you work through it. You don't always have to go and sit and face this person. I'm not talking about anything specific here, but there's just an example of something coming up where someone had done something like that, who's sitting actually out there in the reading. I can't actually help you with the solution, because that's something you got to find in yourself. What do you want from this? It's about you envisioning it and seeing it happen, and you can actually make that happen. What do you want from this? What do you want? Right? Because we look to others for their solutions and what works for them, and it doesn't always work for us the same way, Like one of my friends from, she could deal with it differently. She'll go right up to the person and say, hey, I did this with you, so and so. I wouldn't be able to do that. I'd probably have to do it a different way. There's, there's 4 and 5 make 9, but so also there's 3 and 6, right? So that's another thing. People will hold on to these elders and they'll just revere them and they'll put them up on this pedestal and everything they do, and they fart glitter and whatever. And then we don't realize that we have those gifts. That's minimizing ourselves. We have to understand that we have those same gifts. We were all born from the same place they came from too. We're all on different frequencies. We all have something to offer. We can't put them all up there. We can't keep putting people up there, because our expectations will always make us feel lower than, less than, and they'll put us in a place where we get all crunched up into our problems again. I don't know if this is making sense with anybody here. A lot of people left my live. This card fell out here. So all it's telling you too is if you're willing to do the work, you're going to get over this. I know crazy things are happening with a lot of you right now, and I can't appease everybody in the reading, and I can't answer different questions for everybody right now. And not a lot of people are meant to be in this reading because it's very intimate when there's only a few people watching. But the work is hard, and I feel like you guys that are in here in this reading right now or in this live are really wanting to do the work because you're tired of sitting there in that same pile of crap for years, right? And you see it, you recognize it, and this is something you got to understand. You recognizing it is the first step, and I'm so proud of you for seeing that. The rest is up to you, right? So yeah, no one's asking any questions. That's at first. One last card though that I have here today. I didn't want to come stay on here long because I'm not feeling the greatest right now. I got so much to do at home. I got to catch up with my housework since K-Days. I got to send out some emails. So one last card here. This comes up again, King of Cups. So let it flow. We don't know the outcome when we admit what's going on with us. We don't know the outcome. We can't tell the future. That's why I can't really tell the future when people come to me for readings. I can see some of them, but it's telling you, once you make an executive decision about your life and you want to move forward with it, moving like water, this is when the rest falls into place. It's like admitting that something that you've done that's really wrong and you've kept it in for years. Now is the time for you to release it, because if you don't release it now, it might stay in for a long time. It's going to make you super uncomfortable. Release that stuff. Call me, tell me. I don't remember anyways. That's about all I have right now. I don't have too much, but I just wanted to bring that out there. You're not alone. I had about 14, 15 different people calling me, talking to me, telling me they wanted readings, and it's all the same aspect. I have this crappy stuff happening to me that I can't talk to anybody about because I want to save face. I don't want anyone to know how crappy I am. Everybody knows how crappy I am, but you still love me, right? But anyways, that's all I have to say today. Thank you for listening to my live. Hello, Cookum Colleen. We'll call later. Okay, love you guys. Geek done.